What's up, y'all? It's Tony from Famous Finds, and we are here in New York City at Chelsea Market, the oldest and most famous food market in New York. We're in the melting pot of America, obviously, in New York City. So I know there's gonna be all kinds of different cuisines. Built in 1980, this is where the Oreo cookie was invented and produced by Nabisco. That's what this building used to be. Excited to get inside and check it out. Let's go. That's the list of all their spots. Very modern, very sleek. This is cool. There's Very Fresh Noodles. Very Fresh Noodles is jamming, like literally jamming. All right, great looking first stop. Very Fresh Noodles. Name is self-explanatory. Operation is self-explanatory. I got the tingly and spicy cumin lamb. Your choice, dry or in soup. I got dry. Signature biang noodles, seasoned with a heap of cumin, Szechuan peppercorn, house-made chili oil. Serve with celery, cilantro, cabbage, fresh herbs, some peels. Perfectly, like super thin, but not dried out. Because they got all the sauce and stuff going on with it. Even though they consider it dry, it's not at all. This is a big winner in my book. This is good. So, yes, 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 yes. Let's keep going. It is a little late. We do have a decent amount of spots closed down. It is 7:45. So Los Tacos #1 is jamming with a line. I already went there in my New York tour. That's really good. And we are gonna keep trying to track down some stuff. There is some stuff that's closed here. We got a Korean spot here, Korean grub, mock bar. There's an Indian spot, Korean spot. I'm gonna keep walking a little bit just to see the whole selection, and then kind of narrow down my choices. Like I said, just because some of the spots are closed down, so I want to make sure I hit a little bit of everything for you guys. Here we are, Lobster Place, Chelsea Market, #10, my lucky number. They've also been in business since 1974, like Jimmy's. So you know I had to stop here. We shall see how the lobster roll stacks up to Boston, which I was just at. Now let's see how it's going to stack up here. We got the fresh lobster here. He's cleaning it. This place has a great vibe, right up my alley, as you can probably imagine. Thank you. Looks all right. The bun's all right. Doesn't seem like it's super fresh, but let's dig in and check it out. I'm telling you, the vibes here are great at Chelsea Market. The building, owned by Google, I would expect nothing less than a first-class building. Very modern, very sleek, but industrial at the same time. The lobster roll, pretty good. It's not Boston. I prefer hot. I said that in Boston as well. Over the cold. They obviously are using fresh lobsters back there, so they're definitely doing it right. There's nothing wrong with this roll at all. But in Boston, they were serving a lot of them. The bread was super fresh, super fluffy. This one's not as fluffy, not as fresh. It's a solid lobster roll. If you're in the mood for seafood in the middle of New York, it was like $30 we paid for a lobster roll. Well worth every bit of it, especially in the middle of Manhattan. So good second spot here. Let's keep rolling. Chelsea Market, not bad. Whoa. This place is legit like a maze. I'm glad we didn't stop at the other spots before. Let's keep going. See if we can track down some cool stuff. We got a Japanese sushi bar, I guess it looks like. Or Takumi Taco. Japanese taco bar. I guess it's Japanese and Mexican infused. All right. I spy some shells that I'm intrigued by. They look like hard shells, but they look like maybe churro waffle, like or maybe for ice cream. We got bar Suzette over here. It looks like a French concept. Jerk chicken. Got some fresh donuts over here, frying up. Let me try your jerk chicken. You sound like you're from Jamaica. He said, wow. Thank you. First of all, I'm super glad to see this much traffic because, I mean, obviously it's New York and I would expect nothing less, but it's a shame to see people putting in a lot of effort into concepts and into authentic, not only concepts, but authentic businesses. And sometimes you don't get the foot traffic that you expect in food halls specifically because you're a destination. They have a lot of options all in one area. Here specifically, you got to park somewhere, you got to find parking. Smells amazing. Reminds me of when I was in Jamaica and I took a cab off of the resort, which was very frowned upon by the resort, to go find some authentic Jamaican chicken. Obviously, there, I wish I had a video of that, but they were cooking it with live wood and their leaves that they use. I think it's like pineapple leaves or plantain leaves. I can't remember. Banana leaves that they use to kind of like trap the smoke in there too. Obviously, that was a different story, but this does smell amazing. You got the peas and rice on the bottom, jerk chicken, a little bit of like salsa. It looked like he put on the side, pineapple, pineapple salsa on the side, refreshing, really good. And some kind of slaw, a hot slaw, like a cabbage blend, really good. Here's the jerk chicken, hot, juicy. Good heat, good heat, not overpowering. The rice has got really good texture to it, not overcooked. That's why I'm holding it back there in a rice warmer. And things do a pretty good job of not overcooking the rice. Really good rice. But I'll tell you what, this chicken is the star of the show. Fall off the bone tender. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at that. Look at that crispy texture on the skin, juicy inside. I love, love coming to New York. I said it outside. Melting pot of USA. I expect nothing less. I think they get a mishmash of cultures and great food. And I'm sure Google, the landlord, is going to do a good job of vetting legit spots to put in here. So we are who we thought they were.
But they are who we thought they were.
A plus. You're gonna give this guy a hug, probably. But we ain't got time for that. Let's keep going. I found out what the crunchy shell was for. They got a couple different tacos that they were using them for. The one was a Japanese curry beef. Interesting Japanese and Mexican fusion spot. Right up my alley. If I didn't have the spicy lamb noodles, I would say I would probably have went for that, but I went for the tuna. There's those crunchy shells I was telling you about. They look like churro shells because they had like lines in them. So I thought maybe they were for like ice cream tacos, but they weren't. Just regular tacos. Looks like they got some pineapple, cucumber, tuna, sesame seeds, sesame sprinkle. Got some tortillas on the bottom. A radish for garnish, maybe. It's got a sad face. It's a sad garnish. It's a sad radish. In your palate a little bit. I'm gonna go right in for this spicy tuna taco. Takumi taco. Very refreshing. Tortilla is super crunchy, super like thick but light. You can see it. Well balanced. It's kind of like you're eating a salad taco, not necessarily a tuna taco, but it ain't bad. All right, let's keep going. Come on. More market downstairs. The restrooms are downstairs. You got more spots down there. This place is massive. Look at this display here. That's pretty cool. The bathrooms, oddly enough, probably one of my favorite pieces. I'm not going to record in the bathrooms, obviously, but they have the old school, like full urinal, nice rustic sinks with these nice heavy duty knobs to turn on the water. You actually had to like push it so you don't waste water. Nice old school soap pumps. And the towels were like a nice little like penny gray. Really cool. Um, I don't know. It's weird. I get it. Like, I'm not here to talk about bathrooms necessarily, but you gotta give the respect where it's due to the details in this place. Really cool. And we came to the end of the building, so now we're turning around and we go trek back. Hopefully, catch a couple more spots that are going to be open and top it off with the dessert, Lac, the chocolate place, which closes in 25 minutes. So it looks like we're perfect on time. And then I got to head back to Baltimore to the kiddos and the fam and the wife. Chote Mia Indian kitchen. They got some interesting stuff going on out here. Interesting design. Which one's your most popular? Okay, I'll do that. Chicken tikka roll. Chicken tikka, wheat paratha coated with eggs, chicken tikka, spicy lacha, onion, mint, coriander chutney, one per order. All right. We got our buzzer for Chote Mia. And we're going to jump over to the Korean spot to get that before they close because they're all closing up. And Los Tacos still has a line, even though they're going to close in probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Well, all right, we're going here. Los Tacos jamming as they normally do. Still got a decent amount of taco meat left back there, though. Guess they got to work through that. And you got the Korean spot on this side, making the what looks like to be the bulgogi build right there on the flat top. Los Tacos. Back there cutting up the steak. Institution in New York. Absolute beast of a business. Los Tacos number one is kind of like the in and out of tacos, I would say. Here in New York. I'm not sure if they're in California or not. Probably should know that. But they absolutely crush it. And just watching them run as an operation is the best part. And their tacos are pretty good too. All right, time to go pick up the chote mia. And then we're going to jet over to Lilac before they close up for the dessert. And we have our grand finale of Chelsea Market coming up. Have you guys been in here since 1923?
This was still Nabisco in 1920.
I was going to say, okay. All right, here we are for the grand finale of Chelsea Market. Stacked. I wouldn't expect anything less from New York, obviously. The beef bulgogi bowl, beef bulgogi bowl from the Korean spot. We have the chicken curry roll, I believe it was, right? From the Indian place, Chote Mia. This is interesting. This is kind of like a gyro. I didn't know they do this. It's like Indian street food. That's pretty cool. They use their naan bread to wrap it up. That is delicious, perfect, handheld. I mean, yeah, yeah. And then you got the chocolates. I'm gonna dig into this because it looks and smells amazing. There's a layer of egg inside of the naan bread that is completely throwing me off. I don't know if that's normal for this roll, but I would enjoy it more. It might just be the Greek in me if it was just the naan bread and the chicken curry. So, uh, um, kind of weird because it's not breakfast time. It's like 9 o'clock at night. That's why I don't really feel like eating an omelet with my sandwich. But if it was like 3 in the morning and I was in New York and I had a couple to drink, I might be inclined to eat an omelet, but not the case. So, pretty good. Chicken's juicy. Got some onions in there. Great curry flavor. Not overpowering. They got like a cream sauce, it seems like, too, kind of like breaking the heat a little bit inside of the egg, too. Got some white and dark meat kind of mixed in there. Put out some chopsticks and get into this bulgogi bowl. She recommended I get it with rice. The options were rice or noodles, I believe. Okay, here it goes. Nice big chunks. I think I'm crazy. I am. I am. Super tender. Kimchi. I mean, how can you go wrong with this? Whoa. The rice is like dyed. It seems like it. I guess it took the color of the juice, but that's like a lot of juice and a lot of color. There's an egg in there too. Can we stop with the eggs at 9 o'clock at night? Cut them out. There's like no white rice in this bowl. It's literally all this like purple color. I can't tell what it is. Can you help me find out why the rice is purple? Somebody, anybody. So good. Bulgogi is one of them things where you can tell if they're cutting shortcuts by how tender the beef is on what cut they're using. You could tell that's got to be a ribeye. Very tender because it's thick as well, right? Thick and still tender instead of like super thin and shredded. So let's try to digest a little bit with this Saratoga water. Dude, they do sponsor the tail goat. Yeah, it's the goat of tailgates. That's what it is. So, and we get into lilac chocolates. I asked the guy what he recommended. This is what he recommended. And then I added some bonus stuff at the end. And here is the s'mores that he said was one of his top 3 sellers. Massive. Nice packaging. Very nice packaging. Whoop. I'm not a huge fan of s'mores, but I love the flavor of s'mores. Like the combination, obviously, I love. I don't like the mess of s'mores. And I was expecting this to be like a chewy mess. But it's not. It's very good. The chocolate is already melting on my fingers, but I can see why it's their top seller. It is not that chewy, like not too messy, and it's firm. It's firm. It sticks up, stands up, rather. And I love how they have this little thing, rubber band, so you don't have to untie like the Georgie. Show them the clip from the cannolis, please. When I couldn't open up the cannoli and I was struggling with it. So much prefer these over that. Look at that packaging. Very nice. Would make a great gift. They're all decked out for Easter over there. I can see them being super busy for Easter. So here's the other top sellers. These were the add-on bonuses from me because they reminded me of ho-hos or Swiss rolls, however you call them. And that's what I hope they are because that's what they look like. I'll be disappointed if they're not, but it's all right. I'll get over it. And then he has these hazelnut bars, he said. I don't know if they got a little refrigeration on them things or what, because as soon as you touch them, it starts like peeling off on you. But they're pretty well kept in the case, so definitely got to be not room temperature over there. Reese's cup. Well, that's pretty cool. You can see the line where they made it, the filling. This is why Reese's is cranking out a gazillion of these because they have figured out how to not do this. Reese's are better. Sorry. I had to say it. Yeah. Not enough kick out of the peanut butter. Here we go. I hope it's a ho-ho Swiss roll. Nope, not even close. It's not even close. It's green inside. What a letdown. Got an almond filling. He did say almond filling for the one, and then a mousse filling for the other one. But I don't think it's going to have the cake and the mousse like the ho-hos have. So I think I'm going to be let down once again here. Nope, it's just mousse. Looks like a cigar. They should call them cigars. Change the name. Call them cigars. Solid experience, top to bottom. Beautiful neighborhood, beautiful building, great concepts, great food. Chelsea Market, New York City, Manhattan. Now I know why it's famous. Let's go.